Christopher Frazier. I'm originally from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I live in Los Angeles, California right now. North Hollywood, the Valley, you know, whatever you want to call it. Hollywood. I'm an artist, I'm a dancer, classically trained. I graduated from University of Oklahoma with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts and dance, modern dance, particularly classic modern dance, like Graham, Lester Horton, you know, different techniques, classical techniques in modern dance. But yeah, then I traveled on to dance with modern dance companies and TV and film. I actually had never been to California before I moved here. I had always went to New York. Every winter break I would go to New York to like brushing up on my technique, like master classes and workshops. I moved to Denver, Colorado after I graduated college, and I got a job with Cleopatra Robinson Dance Theater, which is a nonprofit, and I work with children, and we toured around the world teaching and inspiring children and just culture. And then, you know, I was like, I really want to do commercial work. You know, I was like, I've been doing this art thing and nobody knows me really. Really, that's what it was. And so I was like, well, how do people figure out who I am? So I was like, I need to move to LA. But it had always been on my heart because I always wanted to dance in music videos. But never knew that, you know, commercial dancing was like a major thing. So I moved here in 2015. I just moved. I sold everything in my apartment in Denver and I left with 2 bags. And I was like, let's go. We're gonna figure it out. But now I've been doing good. I've been living here 7 years. I done worked with Lula Washington Dance Theater, which is another modern dance company. I actually met her at a convention. It's called IABD, International Blacks in Dance, and it's a conference that all these black dance companies would come together. And so I met her and I was kind of like, I'm about to move to LA, do you need men? Like, I'm gonna be out there. And she was like, yeah, definitely, you know. So I came out and she got me started working immediately, so that's what it was. I think the ladies that I was working for, like, when I started to see all the companies, they all were mostly driven by black women, and their husbands usually did the business side, and then their daughters and their children's worked the studios, and so it was more of a family-oriented thing. So I felt like a part of their family type of vibe, but also was inspired like I want to work with my own family, or you know, I could create this on my own. You know, I could be an entrepreneur and give to the community and work with the government to acquire grants to service those projects. So that, you know, Lula Washington, Cleopatra Robinson, you know, Nina Simone, like Debbie Allen, basically people who were artists and then transcend to something else. You know, in their age, they decide to be producers, directors, studio owners, you know, project managers, you know. So I just decided to continue in the arts, but there were so many more jobs that I didn't know. I mean, definitely people saying no, like people not understanding your vision or not having your vision completely given to you. You might just have the first step and then you take that step and like trying to figure out what to do next. I think also like identity, like who you are. Like if you don't know who you are, that kind of pulls you back from being inspired and moving with conviction. You kind of like get in a standstill. So I think me not knowing who I was and being from Oklahoma and not having an artist family or artist background, you know, it was a lot of things that challenged me, you know. So I always felt like I had to do more and above and beyond and prove myself. So I always try to prove myself, and so that was an issue most of the time, like trying to figure out who I was besides being from Oklahoma, or besides not knowing the things that I wanted to know. I think Tru Erra is just the definition of meaning like right now. It's like being authentically you, you know, and being unapologetic for that, you know, and it might look different than what you were before or how you showed up previously. Maybe you showed up as a people pleaser and you decided to help and do this and say yes to everything, and then all of a sudden you decided that's not my Tru Erra. It's not the true me. I'm not doing that no more. So then you show up as Tru Erra and you kind of like, I can't do that, no thank you. And you just move on. It's like, it doesn't have to be a long thing, but it's like it's an understanding. It's like a way of life. It's a persona. It's like it's not really an alter ego thing. It's more of like a balance, you know, like a oneness. Something I want to promote is leading with love. You know what I mean? I think leading with love is something that's underrated. It's always like we always make choices out of money or out of fear, or out of gain, or out of publicity. But leading with love, ultimately you're gonna get love and abundance and get everything you deserve. So, you know, and you come up, you show up fuller, you know. So I think leading with love is something that I want to promote, like for life, period. Boom, boom, boom. No, I'm playing. But I think also, check out some art, you know. Anytime you see some art or you see some artist or someone local, really try to pour into them, because a lot of times we wear things that don't represent who we are or don't really support who we are. So I just recommend to check out local artists, check out Tru Erra, support people that you see that are showing love and leading with love and purpose. What I'm working on now, I'm working on a musical, some art, so check it out. A musical, I'm definitely working on that, and a few products, so definitely check that out. And I have a business, Humble Beginnings, so you can check that out. hb.com is a website, you can check that out. hbvintage.com is really the website, but check that out. But yeah, support people, show with love. Also support Tru Erra. That's what it is, Tru Erra. You can find me on _ Isaiah Christopher on Instagram, on Facebook, Christopher I. Frazier, and on Twitter, same thing, _ Isaiah Christopher. I am Christopher Frazier, and this is Tru Erra Living.